Okay, so I want you guys to watch this video from the original Candace Kelly and watch it and keep in mind one thing that I always say: pour into the people who have poured into you. And remember that reciprocity in all relationships should be there. There should be some balance. Keep that in mind. And also, there's not always going to be balance immediately. There are going to be times in our lives where a friend is needing more, but then on the back end or somewhere down the line, that person is filling in the gaps for her friend. It should not always be give, 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 or take, take, take. So keep that in mind as you listen to this. I know that she is speaking specifically about married women, and I happen to be a married woman, but I understand where she's coming from. There are some women, just like there are some men who who lean on women for things. Women are not excused for having that colonizing mindset where they see other women as resources to take their time, energy, and resources. There are not, I mean, there are some women that are just like that. So you have got to listen to her with that mindset and not take what she is saying, not take what she is saying as an immediate hit. Because if she's not talking to you, then do not be offended, because not everybody is a taker. Not everybody is like that. And if this does happen to be you, if you can look at what she's saying and reflect, recognize that you still have time to repair a relationship. You can talk to your friends. If you have been on the receiving end and you haven't called to check on your single friends, if you think that your single friends have that much more time, if you think that it is okay to always call and dump on your friends, then you need to get yourself together and get things right before you lose that friend. Because what I have been saying across the board is pour into the people that have poured into you, have boundaries, and that is not specific to any gender. It's pulling back. When we talk about divesting, it is pulling back from anything or anyone who is not serving your purposes, who is not pouring into you. Because like I said in the very beginning of this, and I know that I have talked this video up and I haven't yet posted, but if there's no reciprocity, then there's no balance. And you're not here to just simply be a servant. I don't care if the other person is the same gender as you. I do not care. You were not put on this earth to simply serve somebody else. Relationships go both ways. And I don't care if that's romantic relationships, friendships, familial relationships. Relationships should have balance, except if they're little babies or whatever. Anyways, watch this video. I'm not coming in on the back end. I've given my thoughts. I want to hear yours.
We're having a good conversation about married women feeling that single women have changed, that we're no longer mammying for them, that we're no longer the support system that they can come and cry to us and then abuse us by using us as a reason that their husbands are not doing them right. I mean, think about it. We've all been there. You have friends, they get married, the man does something that's a total deal breaker. Bring her VD, beat her kids, steal the money, won't work, making her take care of everything. She tell him to keep the kids while she go do something, come back and he done left all the kids there, or come back to, and then what do? We become the husband. Y'all know that. We've been camping for black husbands for a long time. We've been carrying the weight. And I think this is the reason that a lot of women stay in these abusive relationships, because they can go get abused by them and then come and then put those wounds off on us. That we then start to absorb their trauma, and then they can go back and then scapegoat us and use us as the reason. So, for example, I had a friend. Husband beat the crap out of her. She came over to me. I built her back up. Before I could get up that morning to make her some eggs, she was gone back to him, and he was calling me, telling me, stay out their marriage. And then she then proceeded to tell everybody around us that I was the reason. Like, she didn't mention the part that she got beat, but she mentioned that I said that she needs to leave him. So we're not doing that anymore. And I think this is why a lot of married women are thinking that we're not supporting them anymore. No, we're not going to support you. We're not going to support your trauma anymore. We're not going to allow you to come and trauma dump on us, because 2 marriages have been kept together because of your single friends, where you can blame everything on her and then go back to him. The other thing is, you got to be supportive in order to get support. Now, I've had friends, that's not my friends no more, that got married, and I told them about something that was happening to me, female health-wise. And the next thing you know, he's there talking about my period, talking about me breaking up with somebody. But he my husband. I tell my husband everything. If you tell your husbands everything, then your husband is your everything. You don't need us. Like, why are you wanting support from us when every time that we come to you for support, the first thing you're going to do is go tell your husband, right? Aren't you? Don't you share everything with him? Now, if I am on a bridge getting ready to jump off of it and your husband needs you, who you going to go to? You're going to go to your husband. You're going to go to your kids. I'm secondary to you. You don't and you can't put us first anymore, because he's got papers on you. He owns you. He's got papers on you. And so therefore, you can't be there for me in the way that I can be there for you, because what happens? Whenever I need something from you, married friend, what do you say? Oh my gosh, my check didn't come through and I need to pay this bill. Girl, you got $20? I got to ask my husband. I asked him and he said no. But when they come to us, when y'all married women come to us, can ask for something. Hey, can you come over and help with this? The first thing we can either say is yes, which is what we normally do. But when we ask you to come do something with us, I have to ask my husband. Well, my husband, I got to stay here. He's going to be mad if I go somewhere. So you're wanting us to mule for you. You want single women to mule for you. We're not doing it anymore. You need to go to the Married Women's Club of the Ebenezer Baptist Kojic New Hope Living Life Church Group. And you go get your support from there and from your husband, because we're not muling for you anymore. We didn't kept your marriages together because we've been the surrogate husband. When he beat you, you come to us. When you need child care, you come to us. When he don't pay that bill, you come to us. We're not doing it anymore. Especially now, since y'all done put us on blast and you complaining about us not doing enough for you. Single women don't owe married women nothing. We don't owe you anything. You got a husband. You got a husband and usually his mama. Go over there and get them to help you. Does this make sense?
Find my book at bourbonbougieshop.com. That is bourbonbougieshop.com. Go ahead and copy one. Copy one for a teenager, yourself, whoever.